started with our warm-up. We're going to lay down on your back. I want your knees and your feet hip bone distance apart. So don't think about the outside of your hips, but think about the bones of your pelvis. You want to have your knees lined up with the bones of your pelvis, hands by your side. Roll your shoulders around and down your back, and think of trying to reach your shoulder blades down towards your buns. Take a big deep inhale. And exhale, relax the muscles at your chest. And think about creating length at the back of your neck. And another big deep inhale. And exhale, now let's think about trying to relax the rib cage and melt the back of your rib cage into the mat. We're going to start with an exercise called pelvic clocking. I want you to imagine you have a big clock at your stomach. The 12 o'clock is up at your breastbone. 6 o'clock is down at your pubic bone. And you have an imaginary marble at your belly button. We're going to take a big deep inhale. Exhale, relax the ribs, and imagine you're rolling that marble up to the 12 o'clock position. So in this position, you're pulling your hip bones up towards your ribs. Your low back should be pressed into the mat in this position. Now we're going to roll the marble down to 6 o'clock. Roll the marble up. Pull your hip bones up to your rib cage. Roll the marble down. Roll the marble up. Hold it here. We're going to take another big deep inhale. And exhale, pull your belly button into your spine. So suck your tummy in. And let's go deep. So suck it in even deeper. Even deeper. Suck the muscles in over your rib cage. Suck in the muscles that go all the way out to your waistline, to the right and left sides of your belly button. Suck the muscles in over your hip bones. This position here is called imprint, where your hip bones are pulled up towards your ribs. Your low back is imprinted into the mat. Your tummy is scooped out. Your tummy muscles are pulled in, scooped out. Shoulders are rolled back. Keep the tummy muscles pulled in, but now let's roll the marble down to 6 o'clock. In this position, you might feel a little lift at your low back. What I want you to do is let's check in with our rib cage, because with that lift at your low back, you want that to be what naturally happens at your low back, and not because your ribs are lifting up towards the ceiling. So I want you to put your fingers onto your rib cage. Take a big deep inhale, and exhale, push your rib cage down until the back of your ribs melt into the mat. So we went from a position where the ribs are lifted to a position where the ribs are pulled down, and your marble is still down at 6 o'clock. So I want to make sure you don't switch to imprint. I want you to keep your tailbone pushed down into the mat, the ribs pulled down towards the mat. This position here is called neutral spine. So the two positions of the pelvis in Pilates are either imprint or neutral. In our workout today, we're going to spend a lot of time on imprint. So let's again roll the marble up to 12 o'clock, scoop out the tummy muscles, pull it all in, take that big scoop out of your abs, suck it all into the right and the left, the ribs, the muscles over your hip bones, and roll the marble down to 6 o'clock. Scoop out the tummy muscles and roll the marble up and roll the marble down. This is a nice exercise to warm up the spine. Roll the marble up and roll the marble down. All right, let's go ahead and roll the marble up. Now push into your feet, and one vertebrae at a time, we're going to lift up into a bridge where our hip bones are lifted up towards the ceiling. I want you to keep your rib cage pulled in, your tummy muscles scooped out. Take a big deep inhale, and exhale. Melt your breastbone down towards the mat. Suck the rib cage in. I want you to roll down the spine one vertebrae at a time, all the way down, 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 till you get to neutral spine, the 6 o'clock position. Inhale, scoop out the abs and roll up. In this position, I want you to keep your thigh muscles loose and your hip flexors, the muscles over your hips, nice and open. Take a big deep inhale at the top, and exhale, melt the breastbone, the ribs down. Keep your knees pulled together. Imagine my fist is in between your knees and you're trying to squeeze my hand in between your knees. And one more time. Inhale, scoop out the abs, roll up one vertebrae at a time. Loosen the muscles at the top of the legs and the hip flexors. This position, you should feel the back of your legs, your hamstrings active, but you want your buns, your thighs, and your hip flexors loose. Take one more big deep inhale, and exhale, roll down, down. Keep your knees pulled together. Remember my fist and the imaginary fist between your knees, and you're squeezing in, and you come all the way down to neutral spine. All right, now we're going to start working our abs. Before we do that, I want to talk to you about flexion at the spine, how we curl up. Because often in Pilates, in mat Pilates, people feel stress in their neck as soon as they start the abdominal work. So I'd like to talk about that. When we curl up, I want you to stay focused on the muscles at your abdominal region called the rectus abdominis. That's often referred to, or you've heard the six pack. That's this long muscle that attaches at the pubic bone, and it comes all the way up and attaches at your rib cage. If you flex that long muscle, if you pull those two ends together, it's going to pull your rib cage closer to your pelvis. That's what's going to curl you. At that point that you go into flexion, you then take your chin to your chest and you try to lengthen out the back of the neck. So the difference is, rather than initiating your curl from the neck and the shoulders where immediately you feel it in your neck and your shoulders, I want you to initiate your curl from the tummy muscles and then lengthen the back of the neck, bringing your chin to your chest. So let's go ahead, start with our 100. We're going to bring our legs to tabletop. Imagine that the legs here are a table. There's a cup of coffee that could rest right here. I want you to be an imprint, so pull your hip bones up to your rib cage so your low back is firmly imprinted into the mat. We're going to take a big deep inhale and exhale, curling those abdominal muscles. We're going to curl up, take your chin to your chest to lengthen the back of the neck. Float your hands by your hips, take your legs up to the ceiling and turn them out into Pilates V, which is your heels together, toes apart. Roll the shoulders around and down your back and spread them apart. And we're going to start pumping our arms. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, pull the tummy muscles in. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, scoop out those side tummy muscles. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale. If your neck is getting tired, you can go ahead and put a hand back there. But again, switch arms. Again, I want you to focus on that curl coming from the tummy muscles. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, relax the muscles at your chest. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, squeeze the back of the knees together. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last exhale, hold it up. Curl a little bit deeper, pull the tummy in deeper. Bring your legs back to tabletop. Curl deeper, and rest it all down. We'll start with modification because roll-up can be a challenging exercise. I want you to take your arms up above your head and reach them all the way up and rest them down on the ground. And take notice of what happened to your ribs when you did that. It's likely they popped up towards the ceiling. I want you to float your hands 7 to 8 inches off the ground, maybe right at forehead level is where they'll land. Take a big deep inhale, and exhale, pull your rib cage down. So we're going to start in neutral spine with those ribs pulled into the body, and the marble is rolled down to that 6 o'clock position, neutral spine. Take an inhale to prepare. Bring your chin to your chest. Grab behind your legs, shoulders roll down, scoop out the tummy muscles and pull yourself up 3 inches. And now scoop out the tummy muscles and lower yourself down only 3 inches. Try to keep your shoulder blades lifted off the mat. Scoop out the abdominals, pull yourself up, scoop out deeper and slowly lower yourself down. And one more time, scoop out the abs, pull yourself up, scoop deeper, pull yourself down. This is modification. A little bit more advanced modification, you scoop out the abs, pull yourself up, extend the legs a little further out. Use your arms to help you come all the way to the top. Extend the legs long, shoulders roll back, feet flex. Suck your ribs and your belly button backwards. And then you roll down, pulling those hip bones up into the ribs. If you need to modify, again, you bend at the legs, grab behind your thighs, and you roll down 1 vertebrae at a time. I love this exercise because it is a great stretch for your spine and great tummy work. And arms come back. The full roll up, your legs will be long, feet are flexed, arms floating at forehead level, ribs pulled down. Inhale to prepare. Bring your chin to your chest, swing your arms, come all the way up, shoulders roll back, You reach your breastbone forward, not your arms. Those shoulders stay back, but reach your breastbone forward. And suck your ribs and your belly button backwards. So you're stretching your spine backwards to form the shape of a C, letter C of your spine. Push through the heels, scoop out the tummy muscles. And now we're going to keep pulling the belly button backwards as you roll down. Pull those hip bones up towards the ribs, stretching out your low back. This is when you would modify if you're feeling like you can't go down one vertebrae at a time. And you roll down, 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 all the way down. Arms go back, ribs stay pulled in. Snip, chin to chest, swing the arms, exhale. Shoulders pull back, breastbone goes forward, ribs and belly button suck backwards. Suck them back even more. Really scoop out the abs. Go deep, deep, deep. Scoop deeper, deeper, deeper. And then roll down, pulling those hip bones up. Push through your heels. Get that nice stretch through your hamstrings. And roll down one vertebrae at a time. And we'll do one more. Ribs down. Inhale, chin to chest. Exhale as you swing those arms forward. Shoulders stay back. Ribs and belly button suck backwards, scooping out the tummy muscles. And roll down. Down, pulling those hip bones up. Shoulders stay down. All the way down. Alright, bring your knees into your chest, grab behind your thighs, and roll yourself up. We're now going to go into a series of 5 abdominal exercises. I like to call it the Fab 5. We're going to start with a single leg stretch. You're going to pull your right leg in to your chest. Your right hand will be on your ankle. The left hand will be on the inside of your knee. You're going to scoop out the tummy muscles just like on a roll down, shoulders down, and you're going to roll down to your lower back and let the left leg float off the mat. Shoulders down. Then we're going to switch legs. Now it's your left hand at your left ankle, right hand on the right knee. It gets kind of a little overwhelming, the hand position at first, so don't worry too much, but eventually as you get more advanced in the work, this is the hand position. So you inhale, inhale, exhale, exhale. Tummy pulls in, shoot the legs out long. Really think of those lower abdominal muscles working to move the legs. And one more. Double leg stretch. Stay curled up. Both knees are pulled in. Inhale, arms and legs go out. Exhale, swing the arms around and grab your shins again. Inhale out, stay up in the curl. Exhale, bring it around. Inhale out. Make sure you do not uncurl your body like this. You want to stay in that curl. Exhale, bring it around. If your neck is bothering you at this point, you can do this with your arms back here. But again, try to focus on those tummy muscles. One more. Inhale out. Exhale around. Scissors. Right leg goes to the ceiling. Left leg floats. Grab behind the calf, shoulders down, and pulse the top leg. Pulse it into the body and switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Tummy pulls in. Pulse, pulse, switch. Shoulders down and spread apart. The pulse is a stretch for the hamstring. This bottom leg, you're going to stretch out your hip flexor. We're going to do 3 more, but now I want your bottom leg to stop halfway and your tummy to pull in deeper. Pulse, pulse, switch. Pulse, pulse, switch. Shoulders down. Muscles at the chest relax. Last set. And let's take a little rest. Feet come down. Rest your neck. Push the back of the head into the mat. Look to your right. Center. Left. And back to the center. We're now going to do the double leg lower lift, which I find to be the most challenging of the Fab 5. You're going to take your legs up to the ceiling and turn them out into Pilates V. Heels together, toes apart. Squeeze the back of the knees together. Squeeze your buns together, your sits bones, the bones of your bottom. I want you to now take your hands behind your head. You're going to take a big deep inhale to prepare. Exhale, curl yourself up. We're going to take an inhale to prepare. Exhale, lower the legs only 1 inch. Pull the tummy muscles in so you maintain your imprint. Squeeze the back of the knees together and pull the legs back in. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Squeeze, scoop out the abs and pull back in. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Scoop out the abs, squeeze and pull back in. If you have tight hamstrings, you can do this in tabletop. The goal of this exercise is to maintain your imprint. And one more time. Inhale. Exhale, lower. Scoop out the tummy muscles. Squeeze the sits bones and knees together. Pull back in. We'll go right into crisscross. Pivoting side to side. Often people refer to this exercise as bicycle. It's a little bit different. Our elbows are going to be back behind the ear. So instead of elbow to knee, think of your armpit reaching towards the opposite hip. Elbows back, reach up and over the rib cage. Shoot your legs out long like you did in the first exercise, the single leg stretch. For 2, tummy stays pulled in. 1, and rest. Let's grab behind the thighs, roll yourselves up. Sit up nice and straight, right up on top of your sits bones. You might even need to move your buns out of the way to get right on top, the tippy top of your buns is where you want to be sitting. And we're going to do spine twist, and that's an exercise in rotation, and you're working your oblique muscles, your abdominal muscles that guide rotation. We're going to take the arms apart, we're going to roll the shoulders back, and we're going to spread our shoulder blades apart as far as they can go. I want you to now pull the tummy muscles in, pull everything in, the side tummy, the ribs, the muscles over your hip bones, and start thinking about growing tall through your spine. So imagine there's a big red balloon up at the ceiling with a string coming down from the balloon, and it's anchored to your head, and it's just lifting you a little bit up through your spine. You're growing tall. We're going to inhale and rotate all the way to the right, and then exhale and go a little bit deeper in your rotation as you still grow tall through the spine. And inhale, go all the way to your left, and exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, pull the tummy muscles in as you rotate, and exhale, rotate even deeper. Inhale, rotate all the way to your left, and exhale, go a little bit deeper. Inhale, grow tall. Think of lifting up towards that red balloon. Exhale, go a little deeper in your rotation. Tummy pulls in, and one more. And exhale, rotate, go deeper, and let's come right back up to center. Shoulders down and relaxed, and rest. We're now going to move on to our upper and our low back work. We'll be laying on our tummy, but please watch me first. And then once we're ready to go into the exercise, I'll have you lay on your tummy. The first exercise we're going to do is an exercise for the upper back muscles and to stretch out the muscles of your chest. So this is your posture exercise. I call it grasshopper, eagle, Superman. You're going to start with your arms up above your head. Your forehead will be down. And I want your legs turned out, so your toes are turned out to the side. So you're externally rotating your hips. You're going to pull the tummy muscles in, and you're going to push your pubic bone into the mat. Squeeze your buns together. Take a big deep inhale, and then exhale, you roll the shoulders back. And this is called the grasshopper. I call this grasshopper because it's like grasshopper legs back here. And the work here is rolling your shoulders back to get the big stretch at your chest and squeezing those muscles at your upper back to build the upper back strength so that you can have good posture. It's not about lifting. It's not a low back exercise. It's an upper back exercise. So we're at grasshopper. We bring our palms are facing down. We bring our hands higher to the ceiling and we spread out to eagle. Think of an eagle soaring through the sky and you're spreading your shoulder blades apart. We pull the tummy muscles in, we go to Superman. We take a little rest for the upper back, but we keep our buns squeezed together, our tummy pulled up, and we'll go into the next one. The next exercise after grasshopper, eagle, Superman, we'll be doing single leg kicks, which is a low back exercise, work for the buns and the inner thighs. You can do it up here propped up on your forearms, or for a little less work in the low back, you just rest your forehead down. And you'll be kicking your buns, kick, kick, and lengthening the legs. That will be our second exercise. So let's go ahead and lay down onto your tummy, and we'll start with grasshopper, eagle, Superman for our upper back work. Your forehead is going to rest on the mat. I want you to turn your legs out, squeeze your buns, pull your tummy up. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, swing the arms around, roll your shoulders back. Your forehead will hover over the mat, and I want you to gaze down at your mat. Don't look up. Keep a nice long neck. Shoulders are back. Reach your hands higher. Spread out to eagle. Pull your rib cage in and spread the shoulder blades apart. Pull your tummy muscles in. Go up to Superman. Rest the upper body. One more. Inhale. Exhale, swing those arms back. Roll the shoulders back. Your pinkies should be as close to the hips as they can go. Reach the arms higher. Spread out to eagle. Pull the tummy muscles in. Go up to Superman. Rest everything. Push yourself back to child's pose to rest your low back and stretch out. Take a couple big deep breaths. And let's lay back down for single leg kicks. All right. Cross your hands in front. You're going to put your forehead down on your hands. You're going to pull your legs together so they're no longer turned out. I want you to push your pubic bone into the mat, squeeze the buns together. Pull the tummy muscles in. With your left leg, you're going to kick your buns 2 times. Kick, kick. You're going to lengthen out the left leg, and your knee is going to rise above the mat just a little bit, maybe 1/4 inch or an inch, and that's going to activate the muscles at the back of your leg, your hamstring, and your glutes, the muscles of your buns. You're going to keep that leg right there the whole time now, floating off of the mat. Now your right leg. Kick, kick the bun, lengthen, knee lifts, you're floating above the mat, and we stay here. If this feels like too much work on your low back, you can rest your leg down in between, but you're going to miss out on the bun work. And you want to be able to work your glutes. So legs are floating, and now we pick up our pace. Left leg, kick, kick, lengthen. Right side, kick, kick, lengthen. Left side, kick, kick, lengthen. Right, kick, kick, pull the tummy muscles in. Kick, kick, scoop out the abdominals. Last one, kick, kick, and lengthen. Squeeze those buns, lengthen the legs, and rest them down. All right, just push your elbows into the mat. Push yourself all the way back into child's pose to stretch out the low back. And let's come right up to sitting. And we'll get started on our side bending, which is working the muscles at the sides, the long muscles at the sides of your back. We're now going to move on into our side bending exercises, which are working the muscles at your back. It's called your quadratus lumborum. It's the long muscles here at the sides of your spine, in between your spine and your waistline. You're going to bend your knees and put them facing to the right. Shoulders are down, tummy is in. So you're sitting up nice and straight. If this isn't comfortable or you can't get into this position, continue as you were, sitting up nice and straight with the legs crossed in front. The most important part of this exercise is that you're sitting up nice and tall. So if this position here doesn't allow you to sit up nice and tall, don't do it. Find a position where you can sit up nice and straight. Shoulders roll back, arms spread out, tummy and ribs pull in. Lean to your right. Reach that left rib cage up to the ceiling. We don't want the shoulder to lift. We're stretching from the tummy muscles. The rib cage lifts. We lean all the way to our right, melting this right shoulder down towards the mat. The palm of our left hand is going to reach up towards the ceiling. Tummy pulls in. And now stretch this left rib cage straight back up to the ceiling. Tummy pulls in. Grab onto your shin. Roll the left shoulder back. Stretch the right rib cage up. And lean. Scoop out the abs. Lift the ribs straight up to the ceiling. Reach out to your right. Left rib cage goes up. We lean to the right, anchoring this left hip down towards the mat. Scoop out the tummy muscles. Stretch right back up to the ceiling. Grab onto your shin. Roll the shoulder back. Right rib cage goes up. Lean. Tummy pulls in and stretch right back up to center where we started. Let's switch our leg position. Now your knees will be facing to your left. Or if you were sitting cross-legged, stay where you are. Roll the shoulders back, arms apart. Spread those arms out as wide as you can. Tummy and ribs pull in. We're going to lean out to our left. Reach the right rib cage up. And relax this left shoulder down and lean. Tummy pulls in. Your palm of your hand will reach towards the ceiling. Scoop out the tummy muscles. And stretch this right rib cage straight up to the ceiling. We're trying to create as much length through the torso as we can. Grab onto your shin. Roll the shoulder back. The left rib cage lifts up. And we lean. Tummy pulls in. Stretch the ribs up to the ceiling. Reach. Lift. Relax and lean. Tummy pulls in. Scoop out the abdominals. Suck everything in. And stretch this right rib cage straight up to the ceiling. Grab onto your shin. Lift the left rib cage up. Relax down to your right side. Tummy pulls in. And scoop out the abdominal muscles and stretch right back up to the ceiling. Relax. right, now we're going to work our upper body. We're going to start with the push-ups, and traditionally in Pilates, a push-up is done with the elbows in to work the triceps. We're just going to do a regular wide arm push-up, and then we'll finish off with a tricep push-up. Arms are up. I want you to pull your ribs in, squeeze the buns together, squeeze your inner thighs together. You're going to take your chin to your chest, keeping the buns squeezed together. You're going to roll all the way down, which this is a nice stretch for your hamstrings. Your hands will come to the ground, and you're going to walk yourself all the way out. And you're going to get into wide arm position. Tummy and ribs pulled in, buns squeezed together. Inhale, lower yourself down, but keep your tummy and ribs pulled in, and exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, scoop out the abdominals and pull yourself up. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, squeeze the buns, pull yourself up. Walk your hands into your feet. Scoop out the tummy muscles and roll yourself all the way up, up, up. We do 2 more sets of 3. These second sets add balance into the work. This is optional. You're going to add the balance. You're going to reach your right leg behind you. You're going to look down and find a spot to focus on, which will help with balance. And you're going to roll all the way down with that right leg reaching out behind you. Hands come down. Walk yourself out. Connect the legs back together. Arms go wide. Squeeze the buns. Pull the tummy in. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pull yourself up. Pick that right leg back up. Walk your hands into your feet. Find that spot that you're going to focus on, and you're going to roll yourself up, 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 coming all the way up, and the legs connect. Switch legs. Left leg goes back. Tummy and ribs stay in. Find that spot that you're going to focus on. As you roll all the way down, the left leg will reach out long behind you. Walk your arms out. This is our last set of a regular push-up. Arms go wide. Connect your legs. Squeeze your buns. Keep your tummy and your ribs in. Don't let your hips sog down to the ground. You want to stay lifted. Tummy and hip bones pulled up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, scoop out the tummy as you lift up. 1 more. Right leg comes up. Walk your hands in. Find the focus point. If you don't want to have balance, you bring that foot down. Scoop out the tummy muscles and bring yourself up, 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 up. Connect the legs. We're going to do 1 last set of push-ups. It will be tricep push-ups. Both feet down, tummy and ribs in. Roll yourself down. Keep the buns squeezed. Walk yourself out into a plank. Now I want you to drop to your knees. You're going to stay in a plank with most of your weight into your arms. Or if this doesn't feel comfortable on your wrist, you can come back to knees bent. And in a Pilates push-up, your elbows are in instead of out, and that's going to work the back of your arms versus the muscles at your chest and your shoulders. If you're out in your plank here, you're going to keep those elbows almost rotated in towards your body. Your elbows will reach towards your hip bones as you lower down and lift yourself up. We're going to do a total of 5 of these. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pull yourself up. Your modified one will be here. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pull yourself up. Inhale, lower. Exhale, pull yourself up. And last one. Lower and pull yourself up. Bring your feet in. Drop your heels. Walk your hands in towards your feet. Feet are apart now. Let your head drop, staying at a forward bend for a moment. And pull the ribs up. Tummy is in. Shoulders roll down your back. You come up to the top. All right, we're going to finish with a cool down. I want you to start in Pilates V. Squeeze the back of the knees together. Squeeze your inner thighs. Squeeze your sits bones. Pull your tummy in. Pull your ribs and your side tummy muscles. So we're going to core up. Take a big deep inhale. Reach up to the ceiling and exhale. Lean to your right. Rolling that right shoulder back. A big deep lean. Stretching the shoulder blades apart. Letting the neck relax. Scoop out the tummy muscles and stretch right back up to the ceiling. And lift. Pull the right arm up. Roll the left shoulder back and lean. Relaxing the neck. Spread those shoulder blades apart, tummy and ribs pull in. Scoop out the tummy muscles and stretch this right rib cage right up to the ceiling. We're going to do some rotation, and I want you to pay attention to your hips, your pelvis. What we're going to do is a rotation, but we're going to rotate at the rib cage and not the hips. Normally, your hips want to go into your rotation, and I want you to anchor, core up, and from belly button below, do not move. So your hip bones will stay facing directly towards me. Let's reach all the way up to the ceiling, pull the shoulders down. Take a big deep inhale. Exhale, rotate to your left, but keep your left hip bone pushing forward. As you look over that left shoulder, scoop out the tummy muscles and pull yourself right back up to center. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, rotate over to your right, pushing your right hip bone forward, scooping out the tummy muscles, staying tall through the spine, and come right back up to center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate. Left hip bone pushes forward, look over the left shoulder, tummy stays pulled in. Squeeze the sits bones, come right up back up to the center. Inhale. Exhale, rotate to your right, right hip bone pushes forward. Scoop out the abdominal muscles, lift yourself right back up to the center. And let's take one last big deep inhale. Exhale, relax the shoulders down your back, let your arms float by your side, pull your tummy in. Imagine there's air floating through your fingers and that same air is pumping up through your spine. You're going tall through your spine, up through the crown of your head. But the muscles at your neck and your shoulders are melting down your back. Tummy and ribs stay pulled in. Hands come all the way down. Roll your shoulders back. One last stretch for the chest, palms forward. Tummy and ribs in. Take a big deep inhale. And exhale now. Relax the muscles at your chest, but keep those shoulders pulled back and tummy and ribs pulled in. And you're done. Hopefully you feel lengthened, stronger, and better. I recommend you do this 3 to 4 times a week. And continue doing the exercises with my descriptions until you fully understand the exercises. At which point you can move on to the second section, which is just the workout. Enjoy.